Let's talk about SkySlope transaction management. In this video, I'm going to walk you through some of my top tips, easy, high-level tips that are going to help you really leverage this tool, SkySlope, to submit transaction, fill out the forms, get them signed in quick, easy tips. So stay with me. I'm going to walk you through a couple of my favorite tips. That being said, I'm going to do a quick introduction and we'll dive right in and I'll share my screen in a second. My name is Tharmila Rajasingam. I'm a real estate agent with eXp Realty Brokerage. I'm also a CRM peer coach. Thank you so much for coming to this channel. Thank you for your support and the comments and the likes. I really appreciate it. And if you click on the subscribe button, we stay connected. We can learn and grow together. And you will find everything on this channel under real estate marketing. I talk about lead gen, lead nurturing, CRM tutorial, specifically KV Core platform, Bold Trail CRM, as well as a ton of different strategies on systems, process, marketing in general, branding. You can find it right here. So thank you again for joining me. And one thing that I want to mention as well, if you are looking for more training to do with CRMs, KV Core platform, Bold Trail, all the information is in the description below. And if you are looking to join a brokerage or switch brokerages and really level up in 2025, I highly recommend you look in the description below and book a call with me. Look at eXp Realty. We're virtual brokerage in the comfort of your home. You could be doing transaction, or you could be in Mexico doing transaction. You can have an amazing referral division you get access to. You have access to a ton of tool. But what makes me different and what's so unique that I want to mention here is when you come to eXp Realty, you have this unique opportunity to choose a sponsor, kind of like a business partner, a team partner that's going to help you really excel here at eXp and in your business for the long term, for a very long term. And so what this opportunity comes with you is that you want to make sure you interview and find the right person for you. So a couple of ways that I look at this is look at what you could be doing better in your business. And for example, if you need social media help, you need KV Core, CRM systems help. If you need someone, a business partner to be with you on a weekly basis, helping you put together your business plan, marketing plan, then I'm the right person for you. So have a look at the immense amount of free resources and courses and training that you get access to, including follow-up accountability hour and weekly training. Check that out and let's meet up. That being said, now let's dive into SkySlope tips. I want to share my screen in a second and kind of walk you through a couple of my favorite tips and high-level tips. SkySlope, if you're not using it already, there are a couple of videos already on my channel to integrate your CRM KV Core Bold Trail platform to your SkySlope so that you are archiving your transaction. You know exactly what transactions are coming up. And one of the couple of tips that I just wanted to put it out there is get in a habit of labeling things correctly, the naming convention of your file. I know it's an easy one to mention, but I'll show you in a second how important it is, because all of your files are just going to be a list inside SkySlope. And it's important when you have more than one transaction that you're working on, you know exactly who the client is and what transaction. And sometimes right after each other, you could be putting in offers for multiple property for that one client. So I love, following a naming convention or a format that is to do with maybe the address 123 Main Street and then the name of the client, so that you know exactly who these forms belong to. I personally like using SkySlope Forms and DigiSign because at our brokerage, eXp Realty, we use SkySlope transaction management to submit all of our paperwork to our brokerage. So I used to use Authentisign and web forms, and now I love using SkySlope Forms and DigiSigns so that I can actually manually, they're all connected and they can export it so easily. And going from forms to DigiSign, the system remembers the names, which I love so much. And that's why I love like the seamless integration. And also when you're submitting for review, one of the things that I always tell people, I know it's an easy tip to remember, but submit everything early. Obviously the moment you have a listing coming up and you have paperwork signs, just put them up already. If you have an offer accepted, get the paperwork up in 24 hours. I like doing that. It's out of the way. So one of the best tip is that I love going into the dashboard. So the moment you log into SkySlope, you can see all the transactions that are closed, that are pending, that are coming up, so that it's super on a high level, especially if you're a full-time agent and you have a ton of transaction that you're working on. it could get really messy. And I'm all about systems and process. So labeling things, naming things, and then on top of that, submitting early, and then overarching, managing everything. That's why if you have staff or a virtual assistant, transaction coordinator, make sure you're leveraging the task as well as a template functionality in SkySlope. So when you log in, you can actually in the drop down menu you can click on track task and template so that you know exactly the exact forms that your transaction coordinator needs to do, and if there's any tasks that are left for you to do or for them to do, that you're able to kind of, you know, continuing to do that task management in the system so nothing is missed. So I do want to share my screen and quickly show you a couple of little tips only. And honestly, these are from just agents calling me and asking me these things or being in training. So let me quickly share my screen. This is just a form, like an information guide that we had to sign. So don't look at the form. I'm in Ontario, I'm in Canada. So there's a bunch of forms that we have to sign, and to protect the privacy of people in my database and the forms that I've signed, I'm not going to scroll all the way down. There's multiple forms here. As you can see, there's 29 pages in here. And let's say you just got everything signed. All of your forms get collapsed into one, usually in AuthentiSign and DigiSign. And sometimes, yes, you can download them separately. Let's say you didn't. Or the agent that sent you the offer back was all in one PDF, and you know you get those, and you need to break them up and re-sign them or upload them separately to transaction into your SkySlope. Here is a recommendation for you. First, all you have to do is open it up, and whether it be on Acrobat, Adobe, or whether it's on your browser, I'm doing this just for training purposes. Open up the PDF, press print, okay, file print. I'm just going to click on, as you can see, my mouse, my pointer cursor is pressing on, clicking on the print icon right here. It's going to pop this up. And usually if you have a printer, I have a great printer here, and so it usually connects to that to print, but I don't want to print right now. I want to go and save as a PDF. And now you can see, you know, what forms are, as I did it quickly because I don't want any of you guys to see private information. So as you can see, there's a lot of different files in here. So you could come here and say, you know, pages, I want custom pages from 1 to 20, or 1 to 5, included in here, and it will only grab those 5 pages. And so if you scroll down and see if this particular form goes from page 1 to 6, you can save the exact pages, and then you're going to save. And then what's interesting is you're going to have the ability to relabel them. And on my screen, I just had this pop up, and it's your save folder popping up to relabel them. And this way you can say Recur Info Guide, client, first name, last name, and for etc. So that now all of your form, whether it be a purchase agreement, whether it be, so you can label it 123 Main Street, client name, 123 Main Street, form 101, or whatever it may be. So you're able to label them. So that's an easy way to extract and separate the file without having to use any other third-party tools. And then voila, it's saved in your desktop. You can drag, drop them into SkySlope. Super easy to do. That's one tip. Another one of the tips that I wanted to show you. And the other tip that I just wanted to cancel these. And then the other tip that I wanted to show you too is, as you can see, why labeling is so important. So personally, again, I like to use, you could come here and switch between your SkySlope transaction management, where you create your listings, your transaction, and you submit them to your brokerage. Or you can come here and switch between forms, which is what I'm in right now. That's why it's not showing you in the drop-down menu. And DigiSign, which is where you can use the tool to actually get assigned. Again, I love, just like the way I do my training for KV Core tutorial, I love the CRM, KV Core Bold Trail CRM, because you're in one place. And so everything is seamless. Your website is connected to your CRM, your nurturing tool, your ad management, everything, and your lead gen tools are all in one place. Very similar to this. And it just saves you with having to not rewrite people's names again. And it's just so much more seamless. So sorry about that, with sharing the screen, everything's going a little bit slower. So stay with me here. You can come and create a new file here, or you can start a new buyer's agreement. I quickly, wanted to get something signed. I quickly press this. You'll have it show up here. All you have to do is just click on this. You can rename this, and like I mentioned, label it, because as you can see, you can have a lot of forms, a lot of files, and things are getting confusing, and you don't know which forms belong to which client. I'm not going to scroll down because, as I mentioned, literally this weekend I was writing an offer, so I want to be respectful of the people in my database. It's this easy, folks. Your transaction is going to be labeled here, your forms. You can come here, add the forms that you need depending on, again, your province, your state that you're in, the area you're in. You know exactly what forms you need. I love EXP because, especially if you're a newer agent, we have transaction guides that tell you exactly. You could go through our resource center, and it tells you if you're working for a buyer, here are all the forms you need to fill out. If you're working with the seller, here's all the forms to fill out. It's just so seamless, so much help. And I know at every province, every state, that resource is available to you within EXP Realty. Remember, we're in 27 countries as of recording this. So this is why it's so important. I'm going to put another plug in. If you're looking to partner with me at EXP Realty and get access to all of these training, you know what to do. Go to the description below and click on that link, and subscribe here and stay tuned, because I'm going to be coming up with a ton of content here that's very similar to this. And I'm always creating content from the things you tell me, guys. So whenever people put it in the comment section, or people actually legit calling me, I'm like, that's a great video. Let me make this for you. If you're confused, someone else is too. Anyways, so you're going to come and click on the form. You can just press add, add whatever the forms you need. You're going to go next. Is that simple, okay? And then you can come here. All of your forms will be added here. If you don't like something, you can get rid of it. If you can delete it, etc. And I'm just gonna click this, and then so now you're gonna select all the forms that you need, because sometimes you only need those 2 forms signed at this moment, but they're part of your transaction which will get signed. For example, I just have a client that I'm working with in this very moment, and I need to send an offer in the next hour or 2. And I'm tight for time. And if you're in Ontario, you'll know this. We have to do FinTrack. We have to do the RECO, the buyer's rep. RECO guide, info guide, and the buyer's rep. We all know this, following TRESA rules. We get them done immediately. And then any of the forms for the offer, I get them done. And then if the offer gets accepted, or not even, like right after I send the offers, when I work on the FinTrack stuff, just to save me time and to make sure that I'm, depending on the market, right, and how hard it is. But again, these are just the way I work. Find out what works for you. Make sure you're always in compliant. I always want to tell you that. I'm never going to tell you how to fill out a form, because that is not my job. It's your broker's job. And you can always refer to Treb and help within your real estate board. Anyway, so coming back to this, so you're going to click the forms that you need signed, and you're just going to go fill and send. It's that easy. And I have a form right here, an empty form that is our Ontario Real Estate Association form, and it's this easy. You can go click on the date. You could fill out the buyers. This is very important that you take your time and fill all of this out, because this will help auto populate throughout all of the forms, as well as when you go into DigiSign. And then that's it. You can save and come back to it. You can, if you like, you can download this form and just send it over. You can, I like this again, or download this and use another signing, tool that you have access to. But like I mentioned, I love using all the tools and being in one place. So I like to prepare for signature. And now, again, you have an opportunity to label this, and it's going to go to DigiSign. But I'm going to jump into DigiSign because not everything is connected, and I haven't have things filled out yet. So I'm going to go back into, I'm going to show you DigiSign. So as you can see here on DigiSign, again, you can toggle back between SkySlope and Forms. And in DigiSign, again, make sure, I was just mentioning on the weekend, I was actually legit working on an offer. So as you can see here, but again, you can come here, create a new envelope, upload your document. I'm going to have a document, again, just pulling out our purchase of sale agreement, just a empty one, just to show you how this works. Super easy. You upload the document, but again, you don't have to upload any document if you're using SkySlope Forms like I showed you. If you're going from here to here, you just go straight to prepare signatures, and it would go directly to DigiSign. But for me, it didn't work because I haven't had any contacts filled in. But in your case, you would have a full fledged forms, all of them filled in. And there are going to be a lot of multiple forms here, right? And let's say you forgot a form, you're in the process of working, you just come here and add another form. It's that easy. Okay, so you're going to come to DigiSign. Again, your forms are going to appear here. You're going to go click next. You're going to add in your recipients. And again, if they're in your contacts, they may come up here. You can add them in. Again, I'm just going to leave me as the signing person, and then you can always toggle between who you want to sign first. Sometimes I like to be the one to sign first, and then I like to send it to my client just to make sure things are coming to me okay. And then who you like to sign in what order. And then you press next. And then all of your forms will be here. And all of the people that needs to sign, your recipients, will be here on the left-hand menu. All you have to do is find the places that you need to sign or initial, and you just press it. That's it. And if there's more than one person, you come here and you click where my name is, and it'll have a drop-down menu of all the recipients. That's it. And you click on them, and it'll be a list of them. Okay, maybe you need a signature in one of the places. You'll just scroll down to where the signature is needed, and then you just go to signature. You put the buyer signature right here, and you need to date it. So you just click on the date right here. Just make sure when you click it, you just make sure right here is the person that is the right buyer. Not me, I'm the agent. So, but again, for training purposes, just make sure you're clicking the right people. Same thing with the date. Make sure when you click it, it's the right person. But the beautiful part about DigiSign, everything's color coded. If you have more than one recipient, another one's going to be orange or light blue or pink or purple, which is so great. So when you're looking through this, it's going to be like, oops, I'm blue. I shouldn't be in this. So you can quickly change it. And then if you, for any reason, you in SkySlope, you're filling things out, and trust me, I've been there. And if you already come in and you got this all ready to send over and you forgot something, let's say you forgot the fax number, all you have to come here is put a text field right here and just write in the number that you need, and that's it. And then easy peasy. If you want to make it a little smaller, you could do that so that it looks seamless, so nobody knows you forgot it and it was an afterthought. Is that easy? And another thing too, folks, is that, for example, you already know this. If you have, let's say you have clauses and conditions in here, let's say multiple conditions, and there's some that you need to strike out for any reason because, it's not working for you, you can, make it strike something out that you don't need. If you're countering a agreement, you can strike whatever you don't need, and then initial right beside it. Easy as that. And then you can press send, and then it's going to ask you the document is ready to send for signature. You're going to get a notification in your email. You're ready to go. These are some of my really quick tips for using the platform. I hope, especially SkySlope, transaction management, forms, and DigiSign. And the reason I wanted to show all of this is because some people asking me questions, and everything that I share on this channel is directly coming from your own feedback and what you want to see as my followers and audiences. So I appreciate you being here. Let me know if this was helpful. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. Tell me the type of content you want to see. Leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to know. And as always, click on that link if you want to partner with me, get access to my KV Core course, 70 plus videos, my Karibi platform, social media done for you. Social media is one of those things when you join me and my upline, it's something that you never have to complain about. Think of your social media, your Facebook, your YouTube, all of those strategies are done for you. That's why agents in our group are literally crushing it in their market, whether they're in Atlanta, whether they're in Houston, whether they're in Sacramento, or whether they're in Toronto. They're crushing it. They're leveraging social media for free, no running ads, is because of a lot of the strategies that we provide to them here in the Wolfpack, here at EXP, here in our group specifically. So only when you choose me as your sponsor, you get access to all of the plethora of training and resources. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you next time.